Okay, good, good, good.
Awesome.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Thank you for taking the time to do
Of
this with me.
course. Thank you for asking.
Oh. Um so I saw you were in Kansas City a couple of days ago.
Yeah, we were in Kansas City recently. We played at Folk Alliance and we had a couple shows there. Hopefully, we'll be back again soon. So, you live
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I
thank you
was
for reaching out and for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. So I have some questions for you. So,
Okay.
what inspired you to start music?
Well, I started piano when I was 5 years old, piano lessons, and I was always performing in dance and in school. I started writing my own songs in elementary school, but really got serious about it in middle school. And I really had the support of my family to pursue this crazy career. And I've just always wanted to do it. It's always just been a part of me. It's always been a big part of me and very obvious that this is what I'm meant to do. So I've been inspired by so many artists from when I was starting out until now. I've been inspired by relationships, family, other people pursuing music careers. There's a lot to be inspired by for sure. But I've been doing it my whole life and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
So how did you get into the acting?
Well, acting, I I dabbled in acting in high school. I was in the musical theater programs and always really liked theater. Never did really any on camera acting until um, my husband and I, Shane Henry, we moved to Los Angeles from Oklahoma right after we got married. And we were there for a few years. And I got a call from a friend who I had met through some singing session work that I had done. And one thing led to another, and I ended up on the middle on ABC. And that was kind of the start of that experience. Um, so that was really cool. I got cast in the show The Middle because it was a singing on camera opportunity and I loved it. And that was in 2015. And is that can you hear that dinging?
Yeah, is that your phone?
You can. It's my computer. I but my messages are off. Let me
Oh.
see if I can figure out.
Uh,
I don't know how to make it stop. Let's see.
can you
Options.
is there like a button that you can just like turn off the messenger?
Let me see. Um,
I guess you get a lot of messages.
I know. I don't know. I'm
uh,
sorry.
oh,
I don't know how to turn it off.
if nobody
Maybe.
messages you again, then it will be fine.
Okay. I told them, please halt for the next 45 minutes. Okay. So I'll start again on the acting part if that's okay.
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay. So I started acting when I got an opportunity to be on the middle on ABC. And that really was my first on camera appearance in 2015. And I got that job because it was a singing job on camera, and I immediately loved it. I fell in love with the concept of film and everything that goes into it. It's a lot. And I was just fascinated by the whole process. And I thought, you know what? I want to do more of this. So I got an agent in Oklahoma and I got an agent in LA from Oklahoma. So that's where that comes from. And started submitting for more projects. And throughout the years, started getting cast in more projects. And one thing has led to another. And we got to do a Cowgirl song, which came out last year, and um, it was a really great opportunity for us. I had such a blast working on a Cowgirl song, um, from a production standpoint, from a music standpoint, and also acting. And so I was very heavily involved with that film. Um, on the production side, just helping make things happen.
Yeah.
Lots of lots of fires to put out, lots of logistics to figure out, casting, locations, and just helping with all kinds of things. And then on the music end, we got to write and produce the entire 11 song soundtrack, which was really cool. So, and that mostly happened the recording process throughout the COVID lockdown. So it was great for us to be able to be working on that. When so many musicians were out of work, we were very fortunate to have that opportunity. So, um, and then being able to co-star in that film and get that experience was really awesome too. And it's on Netflix now, and it'll be up there for at least another year, which is really exciting.
That's exciting. Can watch it over and over if you wanted to. Are you in the
Yeah, yeah, it's been great.
are you in the other movie that you've been posting?
Oh, so today, a movie called Mending the Line is out in theaters, and I'm not actually in it, but our music is. So we have two songs that are heavily featured, the Imaginaries song Enough of You, and Shane Henry's song Running Towards the Sun, which we wrote together. And it's really cool because as a musician, when your songs get licensed for projects, sometimes you don't really know how featured they are, how much you're actually going to hear the song, or if it might be buried in the background. You won't even be able to tell it's there.
Yeah.
But these are both really featured in the movie. And so um, we actually performed at a special opening screening last night in Tulsa at Circle Cinema, and it was a sold out audience. And Wes Studi made a special appearance and did a Q&A. So it's been really great. This is a really good film, and I would highly suggest that everyone go check it out. It's in theaters nationwide today, and it'll be in theaters for at least the week. So, Mending the Line is the name.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch it. I have to go to the theater and see that movie. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. You know, another thing about having your music in projects is you don't have control over what the project is. Sometimes projects aren't that great, and it's like, okay, it's interesting. But this movie in particular, and thankfully a lot of the films that we've worked on, we're very proud to be associated with. This one has a really good message, and is an important film, so we're honored to be a part of it.
Is it a true story?
It's not a true story, but it's based on a book, and it's about two veterans who both have PTSD, and they connect over fly fishing and using that as a way to deal with their PTSD and heal. And it's a really moving film, and I think it opened our eyes to what veterans can experience when they come back from being, on the front lines, and how that can affect you. And so I think it's a really important film, and it really hits you in the heart.
Um, I have family in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
great. Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma is awesome. We play there at least every few months. It's a really great place. There's a great community for live original music, and we love going there. We love playing there. We'll be back in September, September 9th. We haven't actually announced the show yet, but we'll be playing at a spot called Maggie's Music Box.
oh, that's cool.
And we'll have the band. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Do you have any favorite venues you like to play in in Oklahoma?
Um, well, we have had the opportunity to play at the Tower Theater in Oklahoma City a handful of times. I really love playing there. Um, Smaller venues, Oklahoma City, the Blue Door is really great. Um, Tulsa, the Shrine is really cool, and Maggie's Music Box. We also really like to play outdoor summer festivals and concert series, and we've done a handful of those already and have been blessed with good weather so far. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of good opportunities here.
Hopefully those tornadoes don't come along.
I know. I know. Yeah, the weather is definitely a factor. It can change in an instant.
Yeah. Who would you want to go on tour with if you had the chance to?
Well, I think that the Imaginaries covers so much ground being Americana. It's really, about the songs. It's really about our chemistry and our connection. I think that our music could work with a lot of different bands, a lot of different artists. Um, a few people that I've been trying to get us shows with are like Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. I think that vibe would be really cool. Um, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham. Our stuff is definitely in that Fleetwood Mac vein. Um, you know, uh, Up and or not up and coming, but younger hip bands like El King or Marcus King. Um, I think our music could work really well with a lot of different people. And we can play as a duo. We can also play as a full band. So that option is really nice to people to have that. So um, I have a giant list of people I'd like to open
Awesome.
for, but those are a few.
So like, so where do you record yourself at, or is it like, do you have any favorite recording studios or just do it at home?
Yeah, so I'm actually in our home studio right now. And we do a lot of recording in here. But we also work a lot in Nashville, and we also work in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. That's where we recorded our debut album. And my solo albums I've recorded all over in LA, in Nashville, here in Oklahoma City. I've worked in Dallas. So there's quite a few studios and people that I really like to work with. But we've got a lot of what we need right here, which is great.
So like write a song, what's your favorite song you like to play on like when you're on stage?
Mm. Well, I think it just depends on the mood I'm in, really. Some nights, certain songs are more exciting to play than others, and I think it just has a lot to do with the audience, the energy, how I'm feeling. Sometimes the really moody, more mysterious songs are more fun to play for me, and then sometimes the more upbeat rockers, are more fun to play. Those are usually always fun to play.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker for a, sappy piano ballad, that's for sure. So I think it's hard to say like a specific song, but off of the Imaginaries debut album, I'd say probably Revival is always fun to play and always seems to translate well. So,
How did you guys come up with the name of the band?
well, we it was very hard to come up with a new band name. Um, we in 2018 had both been pursuing our solo careers, and that was it. So I have 5 solo records out, and so does Shane. And in 2018, we got an opportunity to be a part of a thing called the One Mic series in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, where we were around one microphone and did 2 performances with the band. And it was engineered by John Cunberti. And it was a really cool experience. We loved it. Um, we decided to go back and record our album there. Um, so we went back in 2018. But when we were doing the One Mic series, John was asking, okay, I need to know what your band name is because you guys are going to be the first video that I'm releasing. So what is it? And we're like, I don't know. So we had these songs, we had a vibe and a feel for what we were doing, but we're trying not to force any name. We felt like just our first names was kind of too easy. Maggie and Shane, Shane and Maggie. And so we wanted something a little more interesting. And we had this whiteboard that we had brainstormed all these ideas on. And one night, in the middle of the night, Shane woke up and he said, Maggie, I know the name. It was like 3 a.m. And he said, The Imaginaries. I saw it on a marquee in my dream. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. So I Googled it on my phone and there weren't any bands called that. So I was like, okay, done. Because we were dreaming of, a name that captured who we are and
Yeah.
how we are. We're really creative, visionary people. We are dreamers. We like to travel. We like to explore. We like to go on adventures. And, life is all about the journey, not the destination. So capturing all of that in a band name, I think that uh, he nailed it. The Imaginaries. It's funny though because I can't tell you the amount of times that it's either been pronounced wrong or spelled wrong
Oh, I'm
when
sorry if that.
someone's introducing us.
If
No, it's okay. It's just funny.
I was like, oh,
It's funny. We
geez.
Yeah, it's like no, we're not the Imagineers. That's Disney. But it's okay.
Well, I have that kind of fart in my brain that's like, oh, geez, I messed something up again.
No, I didn't notice you messing anything up. I just was saying in general, it's funny because most people, not most, but it's funny that it gets mispronounced so many times. But it's fine.
All right. Well, I won't do it again. Um.
You're fine. I didn't even hear you say it wrong.
Oh, all right. What's your biggest influence, though? Do you have any big one influence?
Like artists,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I started out, I would say that my biggest influences were people like Sarah McLachlan, Nora Jones, other females that played piano and sang and wrote their songs. Alicia Keys, um, Sarah Bareilles, who I got to open for in 2011, which was really cool. Um, and then, artists like the Beatles and Coldplay and Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt was on my first karaoke tape when I was 8 years old, and I just instantly fell in love with that song. Let's give them something to talk about. And the sound of the slide guitar I thought was so cool. And Carole King, also a big influence. And then for the Imaginaries, I'd say, that my influences combined with Shane's, who are more blues and rock artists, um, combine that with mine and sprinkle in some Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac and artists like that, and got uh, a little Americana folk influence in there as well. So definitely a lot of influences that we've been affected by for sure.
I write my own stuff as well, so I'm just um
That's awesome.
yeah, I kind of do the
Cool.
podcasting, and then I do the little bit of the radio if I get opportunities from college, but and then
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw that you sent something about sending music for your radio station, so I need to do that.
it's just I got the opportunity. Well, I went to the University of Delaware back in the day, and then I did radio in college, and I just they have openings up in the summer, so I just take it. So I mean, to get more music out there for everybody could listen to.
Yeah,
So then
that's
I
awesome.
kind of did that, and got myself
That's really
doing
cool.
doing what I like to do,
Good.
interviewing people and interviewing bands and musicians. I've interviewed so many before, but have you heard of
That's really cool.
Brad Bird?
Maybe. I'm
His
not sure.
his music has been featured in like TV shows, or
Okay.
you should also check out Mary Jennings. She's really good.
Okay. Brad Bird and Mary Jennings.
Yeah.
Cool. I will. Thank you.
Mary Jennings lives in Nashville, and then
Awesome.
and she also makes bolo ties if you want to buy some of those.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, that keeps her busy with doing the music and making her crafts.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But
Yeah, we're headed back to Nashville. We're going to Nashville this weekend actually. We're playing there next Friday, the 16th. So we'll be playing there at the Bowery Vault June 16th with the Pin Drop Songwriter Series. So that'll be fun.
So, what kind of things that does Shane like to do in the band?
Shane, yeah, he is really good at the production, so lots of the recording stuff, that's his thing. I can help, but he's really the one who knows all about that. He's the gear head. I have my keyboards and I'm pretty simple when it comes to gear. Um, he's got a lot more than I do and is way more into geeking out over musical gear. Um, he's equally involved with the songwriting process. Um, we share responsibilities, being the front people, which is nice. We can kind of bounce off each other. Um, so it's really cool. We have different strengths and can really help each other out with all the responsibilities of the managerial side of the band and also the creative side and the logistical side. It's a lot, and it's nice that we can bounce off each other like we do.
That's fun. Do you guys have? Are you on the
Yeah,
label? Are you guys doing the label? Like, how do you find? How do you go to different places? So,
yeah.
like,
So we currently do not have a label. We do everything on our own. So basically everything that we're doing, we're just coming up with the plan and executing it. And when needed, we will hire the people that we need to release content, whether that's a publicist or an assistant or a tour manager. But for the most part, it's me doing all the booking of the shows and making the plans and us, following through with that plan, which is really interesting because there's no one telling us we have to do anything, but
yeah, yeah.
we want to keep doing this. And some days it is very challenging and it does start to get expensive. But we really feel like, we're meant to do this and that if we just keep pushing forward, that everything will continue to build and move in the right direction and that the right people will come into our lives and our career. We're definitely open to a label deal. Um, we have started recording new music. Uh, we'll be releasing a single coming up July 7th. We'll be releasing our cover of Stop Dragging My Heart Around. And then we plan to start putting out a single every 2 months or so of this new material that we've started on. And that will include a holiday song this fall. And so we make the plans and we do the things and hope that it all makes sense and helps continue on to the next thing.
Have you ever played at like a benefit concert at all?
Yeah, yeah, we've played at quite a few benefit concerts before.
Well, I do that also. I keep myself
Oh,
occupied.
cool.
Keep I've
That's
I've
awesome.
I did a couple of benefit concerts for Jeff Buckley back in, and then some like for Haiti and all those other
Oh, that's cool.
states just to help out. And then I have the
That's neat.
Kansas City bands play.
Cool. Yeah, it's always fun to be a part of something bigger and that has a cause. It's always good to give back.
Where can people listen to your music at?
So people can listen to my music and the Imaginaries music anywhere you can listen to music online. So Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube. We have lots of music videos to watch on YouTube. We just dropped a new music video for our single Enough of You, which is off of the debut album. It's one of the songs featured in Mending the Line. So we just put out a music video for that this week. And our website is imaginariesband.com. So if anyone would like to order a physical signed CD, they can do that through the website. And yeah, and of course at live shows, we'd love to see folks out. All our tour dates are up on our website. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter at Imaginaries Band is our handle. And we're on TikTok as well. So yeah,
Well, thank you so much for doing this with me.
of course. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And
Oh,
good timing with this movie Mending the Line coming out today. The timing worked out really well.
yeah, it did. It did. It did. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, do you know when you might post this?
Well, I'll post this video when this is all um
Today.
uploaded. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And also be on my
Awesome. Well, thank
on
you
my
so much.
it will be also on my Instagram and all the other platforms that I could get it on.
Great. Awesome. Well, I'll be sure to share it for sure.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Was there anything else that we left off?
I don't know. Let's see. Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents. Well, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
I I really love I mean it's not a hidden talent, but I love to bake.
Oh,
It's
well,
more of a hobby.
yes. I mean, there you go. There's another thing I like to do. I make cookies and I sell them,
Oh, I love that. That's
and I have my
awesome.
own. And it's my cookie business is called Owen's Oven. So it's just
Oh,
my
cool.
last name, and then you got the oven at the end of it.
Oh, I love that. That's
But
really
that's
cool. Yeah, I love to bake and I love music and I I love dogs. I love coffee. Um, those are my main things.
Do you have a favorite place to go in when you're in LA?
hmm. LA is so huge. Favorite place to go? I mean, for live music, we always love to play and go to the Hotel Cafe in Hollywood, which is fun. We were there last month, and it's funny when we lived there, we didn't really go to the beach that much, but it's definitely a vibe when you get to be at the beach. It's really fun. So I would recommend if anybody's going to LA, make a day set aside to hang out at the beach because it's worth it.
Well, I need to get to LA because I have family in LA too. So it's just like you have to go
Oh, cool.
everywhere. Well, I have a cousin that lives out there, but um, he works for BuzzFeed.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool. Well, I don't know if we mentioned a Cowgirl song is on Netflix. If anyone wants to check that out, they can. And then Mending the Line is out in theaters today, June 9th. And yeah, we're playing in Nashville next Friday, the 16th, at the Bowery Vault. And our next single will be out July 7th. So those are the main things I just wanted to remind everybody of.
Well, that's good. Good. Thank you so much, and I'll let you know when this is up. You might see it before today.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good
Keep
day
in
too.
touch,
Oh,
and
I you know
you too.
I
Have
mean
a great week.
I'm on social media too many. I'm 24/7. You see me on there. I'll be
Awesome.
typing or posting something.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
great.
Have
Well,
a
keep
good
it up.
day. Oh, thanks.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Trying to figure out.